welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Westerham in Kent. I'm going to do a nice easy hike Sunday after all. Yesterday we did a hike and got a little bit burnt, so today we're going to take it a little bit more easy. Should be about 10 miles and yeah, excited to get into it. Let's go. So from the actual car park, it's now taking us sort of down some back alleys with obviously houses either side. So it's an interesting start to the hike. Not too great views yet, that's for sure. But yeah, let's carry on, and I'm sure the views will start to reveal themselves. Not even 5 seconds later, after walking through that alley, there's a nice little river. Imagine living there. That would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? To have like almost like a moat, like the castles used to have back in the day. So it looks like the trail's starting to sort of climb up already. Yeah, I don't mind a bit of climbing. My legs definitely do mind. It's also quite an old graveyard. Quite eerie actually, but very beautiful with that sunlight coming through. I did decide to do this hike quite early today, just to get it. Oh wow, yeah, look at that. With that sunlight it just looks great. You know, this is why I do these sort of things. Hello cat. Can we all see the cat? Yeah, it looks quite eerie with all these overgrown things. But that church just looks absolutely amazing with that sunlight beaming down on it. It's crazy to think that, you know, all these years ago they managed to build buildings like this. And if you look at the buildings that we have now, they're very plain, very boring. There's not much great architecture going into them, whereas things like this were possible, you know, hundreds of years ago. So we've just gone through the sort of high street, where there's a great sort of statue of Winston Churchill. So there's obviously quite a lot of history around this area. Now we're walking down another alleyway. So after just coming down here, I've just come across this. Yeah, almost looks like it's like a pulley or a door at some point. If anybody knows what this is in near Westerham High Street, then yeah, for sure leave a comment. Let me know if you know what this used to be used for. You know, I know it's not even 10 o'clock yet, and that sun is looking like it's going to be a hot day. Good thing that I brought a lot of water today and a lot of sun cream. But yeah, there we go. Now it's opened up into absolutely beautiful greenery. So we're actually running parallel with the river right now. I'll have a look later and probably add it into the video what river it is, so you guys can get a better understanding there. But yeah, so far so good. Looks pretty good. It's quite quiet. I like a more quiet hike, to be honest. It's a good way to sort of process thoughts, and it's good for your mental health at the end of the day, isn't it? There you go. You can get a better view of the river from here. And it almost looks like the path goes round. Yeah, it's quite nice, very peaceful. Still quite boggy in some places, and we've had quite a bit of sunshine. Wow, look how crystal clear the water is. Yeah. You can see straight to the bottom, there's not much dirt. It's probably a runoff from somewhere, maybe up in the hills from where it rains. Because, yeah, where I'm from in London, you don't get water this clean, that's for sure. Oh yeah, let's keep it going. There we go, we've got some more climbing. Not even, 20-30 minutes into the hike yet. It's funny because I just spoke to a lady who's walking her dogs, very nice lady. And she said her dogs drink that water fine. So she's not too sure where the water comes from. but she reckons it is drinkable. I mean, it looks drinkable, right? I'd still put in some of the chlorine tablets just to be safe if I was to drink it. But in a dire situation, it'd probably help you out quite a lot. Excuse the deep breaths. Obviously yesterday's hike still didn't prepare me for the uphills, but do you know what the views do? And it's easy when you're hiking to just want to get it over and done with, but if you actually stop and admire it, it makes it all worth it. That's the whole point of it, right? Let's carry on, let's keep it going. One of the things that I love the most about coming on these hikes is the peace and quiet. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute so that you guys can hear the peace and quiet. See, where I'm from, South London, you don't get that. You don't get peace and quiet. There's always cars, there's always noise, there's always something going on, right? And I think it's good for people. You know, this is only an hour from London, so I think it's good for people to get out, to be able to come and do these things for this, but also to keep yourself fit. Ooh, that might help if I can unlock it, right? There's a guy that I've seen on TikTok, and he rates the gates. I'd say that was a solid 7 out of 10. It's quite nice to be in the forest. Like I said, it's not even 10 o'clock yet. It's like 9:20, and that sun is relentless. I checked the weather app and it says it's only 18 degrees, but it feels a lot hotter than that. Like a lot hotter. Maybe we're talking like 25, 30 already. So let's see, it's going to be a hot day. But yeah, plenty of water, plenty of sun cream. We should be good to go. But this shade is giving me life. I don't know, there's something like, you know, about walking in woods that makes me feel like you're supposed to do it, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm just waffling at this point, right? But there's something inside me, like an instinct, where you're supposed to be walking, you're supposed to be hiking, connecting with nature. Almost like what they did in the olden days, right? They used to walk a lot, they used to hike a lot. Same as when I go camping, things like that. It just feels like a natural thing to do, right? Makes me feel good about myself. So, stopping to have some water. It's needed. But yeah, I mean, thoughts so far. It's been pretty good, to be honest. I'm only like a mile and a half in. But the landscape's changed quite a lot, right? So we started off walking through alleyways, then through like an open field, a sort of hill to climb, and now we're in a forest. So we've had some really good landscapes already, which is one of the things that I find quite hard with some walks, is the landscape is the same the whole day. And once you've seen a few trees, you feel like you've seen them all, right? Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, the whole walk, but it does get a little bit tedious sometimes. So it's good to go from landscape to landscape, change it up, and you feel like you're seeing new things, and it sort of keeps that momentum alive while you're walking as well. So if you're ever going to get into hiking, or maybe you are into hiking and you think the same, I definitely would recommend a hike with different landscapes. So, as you're probably aware, I'm quite a new channel, but I'm not new to hiking, right? So I've been doing this for quite a few years. We're now in 2025, and I say I probably would have started this just as COVID was beginning. And I was actually living in Cyprus, which is renowned for, its mountains, and sort of nature. It's a little bit different than England, a lot less built up. There's a lot less going on as well. So yeah, COVID over there was it's quite tough, right? So if you didn't get vaccinated, you couldn't go out. There was a point where no one could go out at all. It was like a proper lockdown. England had it a little bit lighter. And sitting around all day, not exercising, not doing anything, takes its toll on your mental health. It takes its toll on the body as well, right? So yeah, that's when I really started looking at what I could do to sort of help my legs, get them moving, keep myself fit during this time of uncertainty. But I mean, no one really knew how long it was going to last for, right? Maybe it would have lasted forever. So that's when I started, doing little walks around the block, finding new things, adventuring. And that's when it really took off, once I discovered some other mountains in Cyprus where I lived. And after that I never looked back. I was there almost every weekend. Any spare time I had, I was camping, hiking, doing some long trails. And there was very hot to hiking, don't get me wrong. So yeah, that's sort of how my journey into hiking started. And now obviously living back in the UK. Smashing a lot of trails, and now deciding to film my adventures and journeys along the way. So just up there, I can see that it's a main road that we're going to have to cross, and even potentially walk on it for a little bit. Which I must say is my least favourite part of hiking, is walking on the roads. It's just boring, right? There's nothing going on, a lot of noise, a lot of cars, and no nature. So yeah, I'll come back to you guys once we've obviously crossed over that bit. Still on the road. We're about to turn off into another one, but I don't know if you guys can see it in front. But a view just opens up massively, and boy, it is a very, very good view. So let's just go and have a quick look so you guys can see. Look at that. This is what it's all about, right? Enjoying it. Oh, and we got loads of cows sitting over there. But yeah, let me try to zoom in a bit for you guys. See, now this house is my ideal house. Imagine waking up every morning and you've got that as a view. It's impossible to be stressed when you've got that as a view, right? Oh, maybe one day we'll get there. Yeah, what a house, eh? So the forest is getting a lot more dense now. We're now descending. It's not too steep, but steep enough. You know where you have to do the little jog. Makes me laugh. And as they say, what goes down must go back up. So I read that this trail starts in Kent, but throughout the trail we're actually crisscrossing back into Surrey, which, I mean, I'm technically from Surrey but closer to London, and then back into Kent, and you're constantly doing that throughout the hike, which is quite nice. So you're sort of going between two counties, getting the best of both worlds, because Surrey is quite famous for hiking, right? especially the Surrey hills. Not so much where I live. It's a bit built up where I live. And then obviously Kent is well known for hiking trails, that sort of adventure lifestyle, country lifestyle as well, right? So yeah, just thought that'd be quite interesting for you guys to know. So if you ever do come decide to do this trail, you get the best of both counties in one short 4-hour walk. We're going back down again. You know, the first time I saw this was yesterday on one of the hikes, and it's quite good. It's to let your dog go through. I think they're quite clever. I've never seen them before until I went on a hike yesterday, which actually wasn't too far from here either. Oh, it's completely opened up now. We just spent most of the time in the forest, and now we're in a big field, but I'm going to try and stick close to the shade. As to not make my sunburns any worse. And there is a lake. But yeah, when we walk a bit further up, I'll give you a better video of that. So the sheep are sheepish today. You know, I always manage to pet animals, but the one that I can never pet is sheep. They're very, very scared. But yeah, that lake is over there. You can't really get to see a good video of it, to be honest with you. And I'm assuming this also turns into some sort of lake, because you can see the water that's still in there. But yeah, absolutely amazing views. And no shade. So just sitting down just near that little pond / lake thing. And I think I'm going to have some snacks. Obviously we can't go wrong with the old pepper army. Gonna have some raspberries and a baby bell. Such the child in me loves that. And what better view to have while eating some food. There seem to be 2 sheep which keep checking me out while I'm eating my snacks. They came from over there, and yeah, they keep getting closer and closer. Just spotted some deer far off in the distance. You can see them just moving now, getting up. This water's a lot dirtier than the water we saw at the beginning. But we're back in another forest. And thank God for that, because it's hot. It's now about 10 o'clock, maybe past, and that sun is beating down on me, especially in those open fields. And as soon as we've come into the forest, it looks like we are leaving it again. Yeah. Some more. It's quite a stiff gate, but some more fields, more sunshine. Just the heat. As soon as you walk out that forest, you get the heat straight away. Again, more beautiful places to live. So my red flag is that wherever I hike, I want to move there. And I'm sure some of you guys are the same as well. But yeah, I see the hikes, I see the houses, I see the nature, and I'm like, oh, I go home, straight away see how much they are, how much the house is, how much is the rent, etc. around here, and then I want to move there. So this is Crockham Hill, and if I am right, the guy that founded the National Trust is buried somewhere here. Don't quote me on that, but I'm like 85% sure that the guy that founded the National Trust is buried here in Crockham Hill. But I will double check that when I get home and put it in the comments if he's not. I mean, just look at that. Insane, right? And that's their view. Crazy. Spectacular views. I mean, you can't go wrong at all. It'd be quite nice to come and do this when it's a bit cooler though. That's for sure. Or even like an icy cold winter morning. That'd be quite nice. I do like a winter hike. So this is part of Chartwell Farm, I think. Some oddly shaped houses, or farmyards, but they look pretty cool, to be honest. So I've actually given in and unzipped these parts of my trousers because it's so warm, which is a very rare occurrence for me. And I'm just taking a little bit of a break, catch my breath, sun cream, and drink some water, and then we'll get moving again. So it looks like I'm not the only one that's struggling with the heat. But yeah, they look like they've got their own little place to chill. Half tempted to go and join them in there, to be honest, and get out the sun, because it's warm. I'm not really complaining, I like it, I enjoy it. I've done hikes when it's absolutely pissing it down, and they're no fun either, let's put it that way. But like I said, you can't complain. You can't really ask for better conditions, if I'm honest. I've been walking this road for the last 5-10 minutes. It's a bit of a drag, to be honest with you. It's quite a steady incline, so it's hard on the legs. and it's obviously concrete on the floor, so it's a little bit hard on the toes as well with the boots on. And I think we're on this road for a mile, 2 miles maybe, which is a bit of a trek. Anyone knows what these are, then drop it in the comments, because I haven't got a clue what these are. They kind of look like olives, but they don't look like olive trees, so they're definitely not olives. But yeah, no idea. So this is Tops Hill, which is a national trust. I guess they look after it. I don't think it's a property or anything. I think they just look after it. Yeah, good views. Good views. So, just had a quick check. We've got about 3 miles left. We're in the forest again. We've been in the forest for about 10 minutes, which is nice. The ground's a bit better for your feet as well than that road. But yeah, at the top of that road you've got some nice views from, I think Tops Hill it was called. And yeah, just keep going. Very tall trees. So I've just had an idea. As you can probably see, there's quite a lot of blackberries around here, and I obviously brought that pot with the raspberries in it, which I've eaten. So I'm going to fill some up now, and I can have some blackberries as well using the pot. I've got some blackberries here. As you can see, they're growing plentiful absolutely everywhere. So that'll keep me going for the next hour and a half until we get back to the car. It's very dark with this tree covering. You wouldn't think there's not a cloud in the sky with how dark it is. But it is. The shade's very nice as well. Found a rope swing. Now this is where the inner child definitely comes out. We need to be going this way, but I've just seen something that caught my attention. I don't know if you can see, like there's like a tarpaulin just there. So obviously someone's made camp, and then and you know, obviously we're gonna have to go through it, aren't we? Let's go and have a look at the camp. Maybe it's like a scout thing. I don't know. But yeah, you can see it. It's pretty well made. It's got like a little swing as well. It's a very good camp. Oh, there's also some tents down there as well. I think we're about 25 minutes from the car now, and I think it's just forest all the way from here. So yeah, I'll probably see you when I'm back at the car now, because I doubt it's going to be anything more exciting than this. So yeah, it's been a good hike, to be honest with you. Not so many ups and downs. There's been a few, quite steep, but majority of it's just quite a flat plane walking, which is not a problem, but it's just a bit of a drag, isn't it? I like the change. In the beginning it was quite nice, there was quite a bit of change, then it was just all open fields. which was not great. But, you know, it's not bad, but it's not great. It's better than walking on the road, so. So yeah, I'll see you back at the car. I did think there wasn't going to be anything more exciting, but it seems like we've got some steep hills still to climb. So yeah, my legs are very much aching from yesterday's and today's, but it's a good type of pain, you know. So I have a feeling that loop's going to bring us back to where we started in the beginning of the video, walking up, and we've got the nice views straight away. I feel like that's sort of where it's going to bring us now. But yeah, let's have a look. Actually, I was wrong. Where we came up in the beginning is that hill, and we're on the other side now. So I got it wrong. Still amazing views though. The same view, just from a different angle, I suppose. Quite a random thing to find on a hike. Someone's just left a baby stroller. Let's hope there's not a baby inside it. I'm sure there wouldn't be. But yeah, very random. Let's put the toys in the bottom. It's empty though. Very strange. We're walking back to the alleyway, and then we get to the sort of high street, kind of town. It's quite a small area, and I think while I'm there, I'm going to try to find me a nice cold beer.